Test, 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 test. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pope Prep Production live stream, where today in girls volleyball we have your Pope Francis Cardinals taking on the visiting Greenfield Greenwave. First time ever for volleyball here at Pope Francis. We were scheduled to do the volleyball game on Monday. Unfortunately, it was changed to Thursday, so those of you looking forward to the girls soccer game, unfortunately, we are not able to live stream that game. But today we are able to live stream girls volleyball for the first time. Pope and Greenfield each with a point each now. Again, Pope not off to the hottest of starts. 3-7 is their record. Greenfield on the other end 5-4. So Pope takes the lead now 2-1 as far as for the first set. So again, 2 times these teams have ever met. 2 times between each of them. Both have each won a game. So 1-1 we stand on the record. Greenfield winning the first ever meeting between these 2 teams by a score of 3-2. Pope would take the next one in 3-1. Pope looking for their 4th win of the season. Greenfield looking to keep a above 500 win percentage here as they look to improve to 6-4. Pope looking to go to 3-7 as that shot there for the Cardinals by Lindsay Watrowski. Gets it, so they go up 3-1 here in the first set. So Pope off to a strong start nonetheless, despite being 3-7. Again, volleyball, new here for Pope Francis. I believe this is the 2nd or 3rd year that they have been doing it so far. And it's a night of news here for the Cardinals. First time ever volleyball live streaming. And certainly one of the first games, I should say, best season that the Cardinals have had so far for the girls volleyball team. 3-7. Still improvement to be made, but nonetheless there will be more. Certainly within the years to come. That shot there cannot get over the net for Greenfield. So Pope still at 3. 3-2 the score now. Again, we apologize. Those of you tuning in for the soccer game, unfortunately, we will not have that game being live streamed as they were set to take on the Agawam Brownies. Shot there sent up by Lindsay Watrowski. Colleen Clark with the serve over. Clark again sends it back for Caleb Pacoy. Pacoy over for Clark. Clark spikes it down, and that's a good goal. Good one for Pope. As Pope now leads 5-3 in the first set. Watrowski will take the serve for the Cardinals. And transfer sophomore for the Cardinals. Making her debut for the volleyball team. Watrowski sends it up. I believe she was looking for Adriana Didu, but instead, Greenfield will take that point. So Pope up 5-4 now. First set of action here underway. Again, we will bring you a girls soccer score when we are available. Clark with the spike there couldn't get over the net. So now all tied up at 5s in the first set. Again, first time ever, we said. I've been trying to get up to date on my volleyball skills. The first time ever, I had to learn, those of you that focus at home watching, had to learn how to really do volleyball because we had never ever done volleyball. And that was the one thing that AJ said. He said, I never have ever tried volleyball, but if you want to try it, go for it. So here we are, volleyball versus Greenfield. Senior night will be Monday, so we'll give you back-to-back volleyball games. Today versus the Greenfield Greenwave, and then Monday versus the Tantasco Warriors for the girls' Pope Francis Senior Night. Again, be sure to tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greenfield with their first lead of the set. So Greenfield now with a 2-point lead in the first set. Cardinals looking to bounce back. As Greenfield commands the serve. Sent up by Guerrieri. Over for Clark. Clark sends it over to Greenfield. Greenfield trying to get the spike there, and they do. 8-5 now, Greenfield. Pope had the early off. I want to keep referencing back to soccer. I was going to say early offensive zone. Really, Pope had this spark in their game early on. Unfortunately, now it's been all in favor of Greenfield, as Greenfield with, I believe, 5 or 6 straight points to get back into this game. Serve there by Wojtrowski. Sent out of play, so Greenfield will lead now by 4, 9-5. Again, Pope looking to improve to 4-7 on the season. Greenfield looking to also improve to 6-4 on the season. Guerrero up over for Clark. Clark, no one there for Greenfield. But I believe nonetheless it will be a Greenfield point. So 10-5 the score now in favor of Greenwave. Again, Cardinals, most wins they've had in the season so far, 3-7 their score. Regardless of the score, certainly improvements have been made. Clark there sends that one in. Greenfield sends that one out of play, so Hope will regain the point deficit that they lost. So as it is now 10-6. As Clark will take the serve now in the Pope zone. 7-9. Clark with the serve over for the Greenfield side. Ball sent up by Samantha Hess. Hess back over for McCoy. Back over for Hess. Greenfield still struggling to get it out of their own end. And that will result in a Pope point. So close game here. 9-8 the score. We talked about this pregame. It was me and Caleb on the walk home. Or I should say the walk home, really. The walk from the block back to Pope with a friendly market, the market down the road. As that block there by Rachel Guerrieri is proven unsuccessful. We were talking about this on the way back. We were talking about there really hasn't been a team yet that has been able to stay with Pope regardless for boys basket. I already think it's won the winter season for boys soccer and girls soccer. Could this be the exact opposite with volleyball, where Pope will have to catch up to the opposite team, and it doesn't look like so. As Pope right back in this game. It is a 1-point game now, 10-9 the score there, as Rachel Guerrero with Pope's 9th point of the night in the first set. Samantha Hess with the serve now. Greenfield looking to counter Pope's point. Clark sends it up for McCoy, who lobs that one over the net, and we're all tied up at 10s here in the first set. So all tied up at 10s here, first set. Clark can't get that, or excuse me, Hess can't get the serve over the net. So Pittsfield will regain a 1-point lead. Again, evenly matched up so far. I don't want to jinx anything, but it's been an evenly matched up game so far for the Cardinals. So really, this is going to come down to who's the better team here, as that ball there was misinterpreted by Pope Francis. So they will now drop down 12-10 the score. Greenfield with the serve. Guerrieri sends it up for McCoy. McCoy tries to get the spike over for Guerrieri, and she does, and it results in a Pope point. Again, back to a 1-point game here. 12-11 the score now in the first set. It's been Guerrero and McCoy and Clark on the front line for the Cardinals to keep them where they are. Wojtrowski sets it up for McCoy. McCoy looking for the spike for Guerrero. She gets it over the net. Almost had it there, but Greenfield recover with it. Ball sent back up in play there by Caroline Tabb. Ball still in play by Greenfield, and Pope ties it up at a 12s. Good effort there by the Cardinals to keep them in this game, as this has been a back-and-forth game so far, trading the lead only in the first set. This get ready for an exciting night here. McCoy with the serve. McCoy again with the dive there. Sends it over for, I believe that was Caroline Tabb. And what an effort there to get over the net. Tabb over, tries to look that one over for McCoy. McCoy still gets it there. Pope still up with it now. Clark with the spike there. And Greenfield sends that one out of play. Pope regaining the lead now as they look to get their spirits up. And they very well do. 13-12 score in the first set. What an effort there by Caroline Tabb and Caleb McCoy to keep this a 1-point game for Clark and to give them the lead so far. Guerrero over for McCoy. Back for Guerrero. Spike over the net. Greenfield unable to calculate it there as Pope regains a 2-point lead. It's been back and forth here for both the Cardinals and Greenwave as they've been trading the leads back and forth. We saw first it was a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. Then it would be Greenwave countering it back and tying this game up. Then Greenwave would take the lead briefly. Blocked there by Trotsky. And that will result in Greenfield points. So still a 1-point game here. Close one that we do have here on our hands. Again, the first 4 sets will play to 25 points if necessary, unless there is a clean sweep with the 3-0, as we saw with the JV girls volleyball. Clean sweep over the Greenfield JV team. 3-0 was the final score there as far as sets. Greenfield will start out with it now, unable to get the serve over the net. And Pope will regain a 2-point lead. So again, as we were saying, what it looks like on the agenda today is we originally had this game planned for Monday. Unfortunately, it was rescheduled to Thursday. So sorry to the soccer fans out there that were expecting a game for today. Unfortunately, we will not have that game today. But we will be bringing you back-to-back girls volleyball games today, as you are now watching, live stream versus Greenwave. And we will bring you the girls senior night versus the Tantasco Warriors, where then from there I believe it'll be 4 straight away games, rather 3 straight away games to round off the season for the Cardinals. Still a chance to turn things around here. Maybe make the MIAA state playoffs. Serve there by Guerrero over the net for Greenfield. Diving effort there by Caroline Tabb, unfortunately unsuccessful. So Pope will still lead 16-14. Again, we've seen it back and forth. It's been 2 1-point lead. If not, it's been a tie. This game absolutely is not a blowout at all. Both teams well within reach of the lead here. Greenfield with the serve. Guerrero sends it up. McCoy looking for the spike. McCoy over for Clark, sends it over. Greenfield looking to return it. Greenfield deep. Guerrero tries to get the tip on over the net was McCoy, but unfortunately Greenfield will come out with the point there, so still a 1-point game so far. Again, set plays to 25. Greenfield still with the serve. Guerrero sends it up now for McCoy. McCoy for Clark. Clark tries to get the spike over the net, but instead it ties up at 16-16 apiece. So again, as we said, 2 back-to-back volleyball games. Then I believe later that week we will have, if I'm correct, 2 soccer games, 1 boys and 1 girls. And again, we are sorry that we are not able to bring you the girls soccer game today, as Pope will regain the 1-point lead now. And again, winter season coming up. Winter season, we're not all sure about that yet. Specifically me here, playing a winter sport, it's going to get a little bit, one might say, a little dicey between hockey and basketball. So unfortunately, a lot of the time it may be recorded. We are hoping that it will not be, but we'll see how the schedule works out. Do my best to get in there for a couple of hockey and basketball games for the boys and girls. Watrowski with the serve. Over in the Greenfield zone. Can't get it there as the Pope will regain a 3-point lead. Serve over by Wojtrowski. Greenfield still struggling to get it out, and they struggle. It's keep going. So Pope now with a 4-point lead, 20 to 16 the score now. So what it will look like, girls senior night volleyball on Monday, girls soccer versus Wacona Tuesday. I don't know if I will be there, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. Then Friday night, boys soccer versus Agawam at 4. So be sure to tune in for those 2 games. Pope with the spike there. Unfortunately, it's proven unsuccessful. So 20-18 the score now. Pope still up 2 points here in the first set. Again, best of 5, first of 3 sets here on Pope Prep. We have it. McCoy sends it up, looks over for Samantha Hess. Unfortunately there, Greenfield, just a wall of Greenfield finds them. So 20-19 the score still. (21-19) the score now. Clark sends it up for McCoy. McCoy back over for Clark with the spike. Can't get that one over the net there. Pope still with the 1-point lead. Close game on our hands here so far. Who will take the first set is the question we have so far. Greenfield with the serve. Guerrero tried to send that one up, but unfortunately, Greenfield ties this game up at 21-21 apiece. Close game here. I believe we have a timeout taken by the Cardinals, so we'll step aside here, ladies and gentlemen. 21-21 the score here in the first set. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Back after the timeout from taken by Pope. Colleen Clark with the send over. Wojtrowski. Over for McCoy. McCoy sets it up. Over for Hess. Hess sends it over to Greenfield side. Greenfield looking to recover with it. Now there's no one there for Pope. So 22-21 the score now in the first set. First set, close game so far. Regardless, the effort, both teams have put in solid effort. That ball sent out of play there, so tied back up at 22-22 apiece. Again, these sets are win by 2. So first person to win by 2 regarding the 25-point or first to 25-point system. Tab with a serve over. Wojtrowski diving effort there to keep it out of the Pope side. Tab. Miscommunication there, and that will result in Greenfield's point. So 23-22 the score now in the first set. Close game between these two teams. It's been 1 point, 3 points is the biggest lead. Diving effort there by Guerrero. Sent up, and Wojtrowski miscalculates that one. As it is now, set point for Greenwave. So 24-22 the score. Set point for Greenwave. Out the far side, and that one is sent out of play. I mean, 24-23 the score now. Timeout, I believe, taken by Greenfield, so we'll step aside once again. 1 point game, 2 point game here. Greenfield with the man, really not the man advantage, the point advantage here. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Back here after the timeout taken by Greenwave. 23-24 the score here in favor of Greenwave. Greenwave still at set point here, so if they get this, they will win the set, as Greenwave will take a 1-0 lead. Again, these sets are best 3 out of 5. Clark will take the serve for the Cardinals. Serve over to Greenwave side. Greenwave looking for the match point. They can't get it there, so 24-24 the score now. Win by 2. Or I should say, set by 2. As now is now a 2-point differential. Greenwave up with it now. Watrowski there to get it back. Pacoy sends it over. Greenfield still looking to get it out of their own end. Pacoy sends that one up. Watrowski backs her up. Watrowski back for Hess. Hess sends it into Greenfield, and Greenfield still with it now, trying to get it out. Guerreri up for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Guerreri. Blocked there. Greenfield still trying to get out of their own end. Watrowski keeps it up. Pacoy looks for Hess. Hess, spike. Sent back over for Greenfield. Both teams really fighting for this point here, as I believe Samantha Hess will get the point for the Cardinals there. So 25-24. Pope Francis, one more point, and they will take the set. Lead 1-0. So Pope will come out with the point here if they, with the set. If they score here, Clark will take the serve. But I believe we have another timeout taken by Greenfield. So again, once again, we will step aside. 1 point game here. Pope Francis and Greenfield when we come back. So 25-24 the score now. Pope still up by 1. This is for set point if Pope gets it. So Pope gets this point, they will have the 1-0 lead. As far as sets go, Greenfield, good layers there by Ray Guerrero. Guerrero tried to get the deflection over, but unfortunately Greenwave will come out with the point now. As it is 25-25 now. Win by 2 as far as points. Pope Francis on their last timeout if needed. Both teams coming back from down by 1 for each for the set. Pacoy over for Hess. Hess gets the point for the Cardinals. 26-25 now. What an exhilarating first set that this has been so far. Cardinals looking to win this set and go up 1-0 as far as the score is. Samantha Hess with the serve now. Can't get that one over the net there, so it will be 26-26. Score tied up here for the first set. Pacoy over for Guerrero. Guerrero sends out that one over. Greenfield still looking to get out of their own end, get the pointer. Clark Up for Negron. Negron over for Guerrero. Guerrero sends it over for Greenfield. Greenfield looking to spike it down. Guerrero sends it back up. Over for Tab. Tab over for Wojtrowski. Sends that one out. So once again, Greenfield will have the opportunity to get this set point here. 27-26 the score now. Greenfield unable to get the serve over the net there, so we're back tied up at 27 apiece. Damn. Caleb McCoy will take the serve now for the Cardinals. 27-27 apiece. Greenfield still with it now, looking to get it out of their own end. They do, and that one is sent out of play there. So once again, Pope will have an opportunity for the set point. I mean, it's been back and forth here between Greenwave and the Cardinals. Both teams going back and forth. This game was supposed to, or I should say, this set was supposed to end at 25 points. And it looks like we will continue here as 28-28 is the score now. Pope looking to close the set out. Greenfield looking to close the set out, but no one has proven to do so yet. Tie game, 28-28 apiece. Greenfield with the serve. Pope unable to get that one there as Greenfield will take the 1-set lead. So 29-28 the score now. Greenfield for the set point. McCoy sends that one up over for Wojtrowski. Greenfield still with it now, looking to spike and get the match point here. And they do. So Greenfield will take the 1-0 lead for the first set. So Greenfield up 1-0 here in the best of 5 sets. Good effort from both teams so far. 30-28 was the final score of the first set. Coming up, we'll have the second set. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. So Greenfield would win the first set 30-28. Pope looking to bounce back. Tie this game up at 1 apiece. 30-28 the score now. 30-28 the score of the first set. Greenfield up 1-0 now. As far as sets go, Greenfield up 1. Again, those of you just turning in, Greenfield. Exhilarating first set. It was back and forth action. It was tied. It was a 1-point lead. It was a 2-point lead at some occasions, but very, very often it was a 1-point lead by either Pope or Greenfield. Pope and Greenfield would both have the opportunity to close out the set early on, but unfortunately they would not find it until Greenfield with their 30th point. Starting set out there. Greenfield will start off strong, 1-0 in the second set. Pope with the return. Greenfield cannot find the Pope zone, so it'll be 1-1 apiece now. Pope looking to improve to 4-7 on the season. Greenfield looking to improve to 6-4, looking to stay above a 500 win percentage here. Pope looking to turn the season around here. Again, regardless of the fact that it has been the best season that the Cardinals have had so far, certainly the room for improvement so far early on in the program for the Cardinals volleyball team. Ball sent up by MIAA Negron. Watrosky with the spike there, and I believe that will be Greenfield's point there, as they ruled that point, or that they ruled it just out of bounds there. Interesting. Kind of. For Greenfield. Greenfield possibly looking for revenge here. They're going to go maybe 3-0, but Pope also looking to go 3-1 here. Watrosky with the block there. Pacoy sets it up to spike for Gerardo. Gerardo, as that one's in for the Cardinals. So 3-2 the score now in the second set. Greenfield still with possession on the serve. Spike sent over for Gerardo. Up for Watrosky. As they get that one there. So 3-3 apiece now. And despite being down 2-3 points each team, they've managed to recover from the deficit that they once had. Again, we saw, I think it was the largest lead was a 4 or 5 point lead by Greenfield. But Pope would easily come clawing back. Return there by Caroline Tabb. Cardinals, good effort to try to keep it up, but unfortunately it would be proven useless, as 4-3 the score now in favor of Greenfield. Greenfield to serve over. Guerrero sends that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy looks over for Watrosky, who lobs that one over the net. So 4-4 now. Watrosky with the serve there. Fortunately, couldn't get over the net there. So 6-3 the score now for Greenwave, as they look to command this set so far, already up 1-0. Greenfield unable to get that one over the net though, so it'll be 6-4 in favor of Greenwave. Oh, move. I'm putting the score. Serve here by Caroline Tabb into the Greenfield end. Oh, we're going to come out. Watrosky lays that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Hess. Hess with the block there by Greenfield. Pacoy back over for Clark. Greenfield, good effort to try to keep it in, but unfortunately it would be proven no good. At 6-5, the score now in favor of Greenwave. And Pope will going to bounce back after they lost the first set, 30-28. Valiant effort there by both teams. Good diving effort there by Guerrero. Hess with the set over. Fortunately, it wouldn't find anyone there. Wachowski sends that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy for Clark. Clark unable to get it there, and a diving effort by Rachel Guerrero, unfortunately, cannot connect. So it'll be 7-5 now in favor of Greenwave. Greenwave unable to get the serve over the net. So they will still lead now, 1.76. Again, one 2-point game that this has been so far. If not a tied game, majority of the time. Again, as you see on the scoreboard now, 30-28 was the score. I mean, this game is well within reach for both teams. Nonetheless, whoever is leading, Greenfield leading 1-0. Clark sends that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Hess, who spikes that one down. Hess back with a spike. Effort there. Good second and third effort there from Hess and Pacoy. And that will result in a tie game in the second set. Good efforts there from Hess and Pacoy to keep Pope Francis in this game as it's tied up at 7-7 apiece. Clark can't get the serve over the net there. Greenfield will regain the 1-point lead. Again, both teams still in this game. Game well within reach for both teams, as we just said. 1-0 Greenfield, regardless of the set. Pope fighting their way back into this game, as well as Greenfield. Wachowski lays that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Guerrero. Tries to get the spike there, but unfortunately it won't prove to be good. Pacoy tries to keep that one in a play, but I believe Greenfield will come out with the point there. So 9-7 the score now in favor of Greenwave. Serve there, over for Wachowski. Sends up for Pacoy. Pacoy spiked there by Guerrero, and it is proven good as it is now at 9-8 Greenwave. Serve here for the Cardinals, coming by Michaela Negron-Mateo. Guerrero with the spike there, barely gets over the net. I believe that's what she was intending. Clark sends that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Wachowski, sends that one into Greenfield. As we are tied up at 9-9 apiece now. Again, those of you just tuning in, valiant efforts certainly by both teams so far. Regardless of the 1-0 score by Greenfield. Good effort from both teams that we have seen so far. Regardless that Greenfield is up, and regardless that if Greenfield goes up 2-0, regardless of the outcome of this game, I should say, both teams so far put their heart and soul into this, certainly. I mean, good effort both ways. The effort there, certainly the dives on the points, that would mostly count. Serve there, unable to get back for the Cardinals. So Greenfield now leads 10-9. The set there for Greenfield. McCoy sets that one up for Guerrero. Greenfield still trying to get it out. Backed up by Caroline Tab. McCoy with the spike there, and it's good. So 10-10 apiece now for Greenfield, Greenwave, and the Cardinals. McCoy will take the serve now for the Cardinals. Over into the Greenfield end, no one there, and Pope will recommand the 1-point lead as they look to tie it up at 1-1 apiece as far as the sets go. So again, first 4 sets will play to 25 points. If 5 or even any more are needed, it will play to 15 points. Greenfield. Diving effort there by Clark, unfortunately, was not able to get sent into the Greenfield end. So this game is tied back up at 11-11 apiece. Greenfield with the serve. Guerrero keeps that one up. Pacoy, running effort there. Effort certainly there for the Cardinals. Unfortunately, not much to show so far as they find themselves down 1-0, and it could be 2-0 too late if you're the Cardinals now. 12-11 the score in favor of Greenwave. Guerrero sends that one up for Pacoy. Pacoy sends that one over for Negron Mateo. Blocked there by Watrowski, almost connected. Pacoy sent up for Watrowski. Blocked there, proven unvaliant by Greenfield. So 12-12 the score now. Both teams clawing their way back into this game. Regardless, down 1, down 2, I believe down 4 at one point was Pope. But they have clawed their way back into this game. Guerrero sends it on for Pacoy. Clark with the spike there. No one to answer for Greenfield as they recommand the lead. Timeout taken now by the Cardinals. So we'll step aside here. Pope recommands the lead. 13-12 the score here in the second set. Greenfield up 1-0. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Tuning back in off the Pope Francis timeout, as they will now command a 2-point lead. 14-12 the score now. Guerrero will take the serve now for the Cardinals as they look to extend their 2-point lead in the set. Diving effort there by Guerrero. Greenfield can't get the spike over, or they do. Watrowski with the return, and it is now 15-12 Pope Francis. Good effort here by the Cardinals, certainly to claw their way back into this set. Again, they were trailing. I believe it was down by 1, down by 2, majority of the time, as they now find themselves up by 4 here in the second set. Certainly an answer here by the Cardinals as Greenfield, after a well-fought first set between Greenfield and Greenwave. Serve there by Guerrero, almost got over the net there. Score now 16-13. Greenfield will take the serve now. Gonna go up and make it 16-14. Pope looking to extend it back to a 4-point lead. Clark tried to lob that one over the net there. Unfortunately, Greenfield will come out with the point. So 16-14 the score now in the second set. Again, Pope looking to tie this up at 1-1 apiece overall. Greenfield with the spike over. Negron Mateo there to answer. Greenfield just looking to lob it over. Pacoy, good effort there. Mateo over for Clark. Clark sends that one over to Greenfield zone. Watrowski almost with the block there. Instead, Tab finds her, and unfortunately, Pope Francis will not come out with the point there. 16-15. Greenfield looking to claw their way back in. You know, we talked, they've been back and forth. No team has had a decent lead, like a decent 3-4 point lead that they've maintained so far. It's been back and forth so far. As that serve there can't get over the net. So 17-15 the score now between the Cardinals and Greenwave. Watrowski with the serve. Pacoy there to answer Greenfield. Guerrero sends that one up for Clark. Clark looks for the far side spike. Almost gets it there. Redirected. Hess can't get it there. As it is now 16-17. Man, I keep dropping that damn thing. So Pope Francis will come back out with the serve now. 17-16 the score now. Favor of the Cardinals, looking to tie it up at 1-1 apiece. Greenfield just try to get out of their own zone, but the official will rule it in favor of the Cardinals. So 18-16 the score now. Excuse me, 19-17. Had the score a little off there. Pope gets it over to the Greenfield end. Greenfield looking to lob it over the net. Almost do there, met by Pacoy. Pacoy over for Guerrero. Sends that one up. Watrowski barely gets that one over the net, but barely is just enough. Pacoy sets it up over for Hess. Hess sets spike over there for Clark, and she seals the deal for the Cardinals there. 20-17 the score now. As Pope looking to come out with this set and tied up at 1-1 apiece. Spike there for the Cardinals, proven good, and they will regain a 4-point lead. 21-17 the score now. Again, as we said, coming up, here's what the games will look like. It'll be it'll be girls volleyball Monday night. Be sure to tune in for that. Unfortunately, it does not look like we will be able to record the girls soccer game on Tuesday, as Pope Francis extends it to a 5-point lead in the second set here. So unfortunately, it does not look like we will be able to live stream the girls soccer game. And that will be the first time before they are set off for that tournament in New Jersey, where they are set to take on 2 top 20 teams in New Jersey. DePaul Catholic and Immaculate Heart Academy. As Greenfield with the answer there. Looking to get some momentum going. As it is now 23-18. So Pope looking at match point almost. Greenfield still cycling out of their own end. Met there by Tab. Tab sends up for Guerrero. Clark with the spike there. Fortunately, she's met by Greenfield. Pacoy sends up for Hess. Hess spikes it in a Greenfield end. Greenfield still looking to come out with it. Guerrero sends it up for Pacoy. Pacoy sets it for Clark. Clark with the spike there. No one there for Greenwave. So 24-17 the score now. Thought it was 24-18. So the largest point differential we've had so far. So Pope 4-set point now. Tab with the spike there, and it will be good for Pope. 1-1 the score now, all tied up. Even Steven, as Mr. Goncalves would say. So 1-1 the score now. Pope fighting back here in that second set. So 1-1 the score now. Coming up, we will have the third set, where Pope Francis will look to extend it to a 2-1 lead. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions Play here live on Pope Prep. So 1-1 the score here now. Those of you just tuning back in. Pope, good effort in the second set to tie this game up at 1 apiece. Subbing for the Cardinals, as we will see Ariana Dito in for the Cardinals. And Samantha Hess out for the Cardinals now. So it's 1-1 apiece now. Kayla Pacoy will take the serve for the Cardinals. And both teams are going to gain set point here. Pope Francis will come out with the point there. Greenfield thought they had the point there, as they thought that one was going to go out of bounds, but unfortunately it would not. So 1-0 Pope starts off strong. So again, this set will play to 25 points. Coy with the serve there. Greenfield looking to keep it up, as they do. Greenfield set back, and that one will be sent out of bounds. So 2-0 Cardinals, starting off strong here in the third set, as they look to take a 2-1 set lead, and maybe after that they'll improve to 4-7 on the season. Looking to make Greenfield fall to an even 500 on the win percentage. Misread there by Dito, and unfortunately, Greenfield will come up with the point now, as it is now 2-1 here in the third set. Greenfield with the serve there. Watrowski sends it up for Pacoy. Pacoy back over for Watrowski, who spikes it there out of bounds. So it'll be all tied up at 2-2 apiece now. Pope Francis coming out with a set point there, 3-2 now. In this 1-1 tied game. And it was a little shaky out of the start, out of the gates. 30-28, both teams fought really hard, but unfortunately Greenfield would come out with the set point there in the first set. Still unaware of what the Cardinal post game will look like. We may bring you a 3 stars of the game, we may not. First time ever here with volleyball. Might just be a brief rundown of what we saw. Watrowski with the spike there. And Greenfield will tie it up at 3-3 apiece. Both teams are going to take a 2-1 lead for the sets. Here, just about midway. I mean, this is the one thing with volleyball, that there really is no timer. So I was about to say midway through the game, but really, you could be here for another 2 sets, or you could be here for another 3 sets, as it is best of 5. So first to 3 sets. So I'd say, yeah, about midway through the game so far. Watrowski with the spike. Can't get that one over the net there. Pope still up 4-3. Or excuse me, tied at 4-4. And that one is sent out of play, so Greenfield will regain a lead at 5-4. Greenfield with this set. Clark sets it up for Guerrero. For Hess. Hess lobs that one over the net there. Clark with the answer. Or for Pacoy. For Watrowski, who spikes that one there. Greenfield with the valiant effort there as they get it done for Greenwave. 6-4 the score now. Greenwave still with the spike there. Watrowski sends up for Pacoy. Pacoy looking for the spike for Clark. as that one is sent in play. So Pope Francis looking to get back on track here. Or excuse me, Greenwave will come out with the point there as it is now 7-4. Greenwave still with the serve there. Pacoy sets it up for Clark. Clark looks far side for the spike. Diving effort there by Dito. Unfortunately, it cannot connect for the Cardinals. So Greenwave will regain a 4-point lead. Greenwave with the serve now. Guerrero sends it up for Wachowski, for Hess. Hess looks try to get the spike over again. Pope Francis mainly focusing on that far side spike. Hess, good effort there for the block. Unfortunately, Greenwave will come out with the point. So 9-4 the score now. Pope looking to answer back, down 5. Again, we've seen both teams have been able to come back from 4 or 5 points down. Clark sends it over for Guerrero. Guerrero over on Greenfield's side. Diving effort there by Dito to keep it in play. Clark, lob shot there, and that's just enough to get it over the net and give Pope their 5th point of the 3rd set. So Greenfield's still up 9-5 the score now. Dito will take this spike. Clark with the answer back. Greenfield's still struggling to get over the net, but nonetheless they do. Guerrero over for Clark. Blocked there by Greenfield as they'll recover with it now. Dito sends it up for Pacoy. Pacoy set for Clark. Spike there. And Greenfield unable to answer as it is now 9-6. Cardinals getting some life back in them and down by 3 now. Cardinals with the set there. Greenwave looking to get over the net. They do. Diving effort there by Wachowski. Unfortunately, she couldn't connect. So 10-6 the score now in favor of Greenfield. Clark with the spike over. Greenfield looking to answer. Dito sends that one out of play. Almost killed the tech man walking by. Almost killed Caleb there. He had a duck out of harm's way. A little scare there for the tech crew there. Caleb almost hit with a ball. Sent out of play. Pacoy sets that one up for Hess. Hess lobs that one over the net. Clark sets up for Pacoy. Pacoy looking for the spike for Hess. Hess answers back for the Cardinals. Greenwave looking to get over the net. They do. Guerrero sends it up for Dito. Dito for Wachowski. Wachowski sends it over into the Greenfield end. Little lob shot there for Greenfield, and it's just enough to get them up 12-6 now. Greenfield with the serve now. Wachowski over for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Hess. Hess looks far side, trying to get the far right shot for the spike. And Pope trying to prioritize the far angle shots for the spike to get them the point. Unfortunately, it's only proven to be good a couple of times so far. Clark with the spike there, blocked by Greenfield. As they now go up 7-6. Largest point differential we've seen so far between the Cardinals and Greenwave. Guerrero over for Hess. Hess sends it up onto the Greenfield's end. Wachowski picks it back up. Greenfield still with it in their own end. Fortunately, they can't get it over, so it'll be 13-7 in favor of the Greenwave. Clark with the serve there. Greenfield looking to answer back. They lead 13-7. Wachowski diving effort there to keep it in play for the Cardinals. A little redirection there by Greenwave. So they regain the 7-point lead at 14-7 now in the third set. Greenfield unable to get it over the net there, so Pope Francis will come out with the point. 14-8, the score now. McCoy sends out for Wachowski. Wachowski for Clark for the far end spike. I believe that will go in favor of Greenfield. So Greenfield up 15-9 now, regaining the 6-point lead. Greenfield with the spike. Durerto returns the pass. Wachowski does as well. McCoy sends that one over the net there. I believe Pope will come out with the point. As yes, they will. So 15-10 the score now. Redirected there. And just over the net by Caleb McCoy. As McCoy will take the serve now. Over into the Greenfield end. Greenfield looking to come out with it. Guerrero sends it up for McCoy. Over for Wachowski. Redirects that one the other way. Oh, a snake eye maneuver there. Pope still looking to keep it out. Mateo Negron, good effort there. Unfortunately, not enough. Greenfield up 16-10 now. Greenfield with the serve now. Mateo met there for McCoy. McCoy, spike over for Wachowski. Blocked there by Greenfield. McCoy sets it back up for Guerrero, who keeps that one in play. So Pope coming back within 5 points. Again, Greenfield has held Pope right now to a 5-point, really a 5-point safe zone, one might call it. They have not let Pope get anywhere within that 5-point zone, I believe, ever since they went up. I believe it was more, I think 9-4. Pope now only within 4 now as the serve there, unable to get read by Greenfield. So Guerrero with the spike. Up for Greenfield. Greenfield still with it in their end. Pass over for Dito. Dito. Diving effort there by Negron Mateo. Unfortunately, nothing for the Cardinals. Greenwave with the serve now. Almost over the net there, but close doesn't cut it here. 17-13 now. Pope back within 4. Wachowski with the serve. Greenfield just cycling around in their own zone. Spike over the net there, picked up by Guerrero. Greenfield still with it in their own, and spike there, diving effort by Wachowski. Again, Greenfield has just been going back to the center spike, and Pope Francis has had nothing to counter it, unfortunately. Again, Pope looking for the far side spikes. For Greenfield, they have found an answer there. But it might be time to switch things up now, as it looks like Greenfield has been able to read the Cardinals lately, this set by it like a book. Hess keeps that one in play. Wachowski diving effort. Greenfield sends that one out of play. The effort for the Cardinals still in it now, regardless of the score. Down by 4 now. Pope's not giving up by any means now. 1-1 the score still. Dito with this serve there. As it is now 18-15, closest Pope has come, I believe, since the last time it was 9-4 the score. Dito again with the serve. Now for the Cardinals. Greenwave looking to get it up and over. They do. They're diving effort by Guerrero. Pacoy keeps it up. Hess almost with the answer there for the Cardinals, but unfortunately not. 19-15 the score still now. Greenfield regains a 4-point lead. Greenfield with the serve. McCoy sets that up for Hess. Hess passed it over to the Greenfield side. Blocked there again by Hess. So Pope still within reach now. 19-16. Clark will take the serve for the Cardinals. Zale to come within 2. Clark with the serve for the Cardinals. Greenfield still looking to get out of their own end. Hess returns the pass over. Greenfield still struggling to get out of their own end. Pacoy sets that pass up for Hess. Hess, spike over for Garagio. It's good for the Cardinals. 19-17. Cardinals within 2 now. Despite being down 4 points, Cardinals have still been well within reach. Certainly so far, as they now only down by 2. Serve there, unable to get over the net. So Cardinals trail still 20-17. Again, point set will be to the 25th point, excuse me. Pacoy sends it up for Guerrero. Guerrero! Diving effort by Hess there, unfortunately. No good for the Cardinals. 21-17 the score now. Greenfield out with the serve. Hess counters it. Over for Pacoy. Pacoy for Hess. Trying to get the spike over there as she almost got it over the net. Fortunately, it will not be good. So 22-17. The score now for Greenfield. So we have a timeout taken by Pope, so we'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen. Greenfield within 3 points for the set point. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Greenfield back over to the end. Sorry we weren't able to get you for the beginning of the serve there. Back and forth action here between Greenfield. Kept up by Dito over for McCoy. McCoy, Figueredo sends that one over for the Cardinals. 22-18 the score now. Cardinals still looking to come back in this set now. That timeout taken, well worth it now. Pope Francis still down by 4, looking to claw their way back into this one. Served by Hess. Greenfield looking to recover in their own end. McCoy sends up for Watrowski. Watrowski up for Guerrero. Guerrero sends that one out of bounds, and Greenfield within 2 now of set point. Clark up for Guerrero, over for Watrowski. Watrowski sends over to Greenfield. Greenfield still struggling to get out of the line. Clark sets it up for Watrowski. Set there. Greenfield tried to keep it in, but it wouldn't prove any good. 23-19 the score now. Pope Francis, regardless of the score now, they've been able to find answers for all of Greenfield's points. But unfortunately, it may be too little too late here. Pope still finds themselves down by 4. Greenfield is spike. Guerrero keeps it up. Watrowski for Guerrero. Spike there. Greenfield keeps it up, though. Greenfield looking to get back over in the Pope zone. Clark up for Pacoy. Pacoy over for Guerrero. Guerrero keeps it in, and the Cardinals back within 3 now. Cardinals starting to come to life here. Third set on the night. 23-20 the score in the set. And Pope clawing their way back into this game easily. McCoy sends over to the Greenfield side. McCoy still with it, reads back for Watrowski. Greenfield unable to answer there. Pope Francis slowly but surely clawing their way back into this game. 23-21 the score now. Pope Francis well within reach. Hard-fought game between these two teams. McCoy with the serve. Oh, barely over the net there. I believe that was intended, which sets up Watrowski. Far side. Greenfield able to calculate that one. Watrowski for Pacoy. Pacoy sets it up for Guerrero. Lobs that one, but unfortunately Guerrero will touch the net, so it'll be set point for Greenfield. Pope Francis looking to stay alive here. 24-21 the score now. In the third set. So this will be match point for Greenfield if they get it. Excuse me, set point. Corrected over here. Lucas Cousin to my side. Diving effort there. Cardinals keep it in. Guerrero sends it into the Greenfield end. Cardinals keep it up, though. LeGrand Mateo. Oh, for Pacoy. Pacoy sends it in for the Cardinals. Greenfield still struggling to get out. Blocked there by Watrowski. Cardinals thought they had it, and they do. 24-22. Cardinals, again, Greenfield still at set point, but Cardinals coming back to life in this game. One's down by 7, now only down by 2. Serve there. Guerrero answers back for the Cardinals. Pacoy sets it for Clark. Clark with the touch pass. Unfortunately, it's sent out of bounds. So Greenfield will take that set point. So Greenfield leads 2-1 now. Well fought set between these two teams. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the fourth set of action. First to 25 points. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Greenfield leads 2-1 live here on Pope Prep. Start of the fourth set here. Greenfield leads 2-1. So again, if they win this, this will be match point. Actually, what am I saying? Not match point. Excuse me. Greenfield will take this game by a score of 3-1. Watrowski, valiant effort there. Sends it over for Greenfield. Greenfield still cycling around. Watrowski with the block there. Pope sends it back over, and I believe it will be Greenwave point, possibly. Yes, it will be. It will be Greenwave point. I thought it was going to be Cardinal point. Official signal that Pope Francis touched the net. So nonetheless, Greenfield up 1-0 early on in the fourth set. Guerrero with the spike. And she ties it back up at 1-1 apiece. Greenfield with the spike up. Diving effort there by, I believe that was Caroline Tabb to keep it in, and it would be proven good. Hope up 2-1 now in the fourth set. 2-1, Greenfield leads overall set-wise. McCoy will take the serve now. Sent out of play there. So 2-2 now. Greenwave with the serve. McCoy sets up for Watrowski. Tries to get that over the net. Clark unable to get it there. So Greenwave takes back the lead 3-2. So Greenwave up 3-2 in the fourth set. 2-1 overall as far as sets. Gruer up for McCoy. McCoy, Gruer sends that one to the Greenfield end. Greenfield with the redirection. Clark meets it there. Miscommunication by the Cardinals. It is now 4-2 in favor of Greenwave. Clark diving effort there. Cardinals still keeping it in their input in play. Mateo Nagaran keeps it in. Cardinals will come out with the point there as it is 4-3 now. Guerrero will take the serve for the Cardinals. Into the Greenfield end. Greenfield still with it now. Spike there. Met by Caroline Tabb. But regardless, it will be in favor of Greenfield as they go up 5-3 now. Greenwave with the spike there. McCoy up for Clark. Clark gets it over the net. Greenwave recovers with it. Pope Francis unable to regain control of the ball there, so they will fall down to 6-3 on the score. Again, if you're Pope now, you got to start getting back in the game. You had a very good start off to the game, first and second set, as well as third set. But in the third set, if you're Pope Francis, you had the wide score margins where you were down 5-6 points. So if you're Pope Francis, you got to start limiting those set points. So you got to see the errors that you're making. So the serves that are over the net, you got to make sure all your serves are over the net. Certainly so far. I think it's just the little mistakes that Pope needs to focus on because this could easily well be. Well, Pope Francis could have easily swept this Greenfield team so far. Pope keeping it in play there. Excuse me, sent out of play. Rather, it is now 8-4 in favor of Greenwave. So if Greenwave comes out with the win today, Pope Francis will fall to 3-8 on the season. Greenwave will improve to keeping their win percentage above 500 at 6-4. Greenwave still with it, cycling it in their own end. Sent over for Guerrero. Guerrero over for Pacoy. Pacoy spikes that one over for Clark. Greenwave struggling to gain possession, really gain control. Clark sent that one for Hess. I believe that will be in favor of Pope Francis. So 8-5 the score now in favor of the Cardinals. Again, coming up at the end of this game, we will have the Cardinal post game. We'll break down what we saw and what we hope to see on senior night. Senior night Monday, 5:30 versus Tantascwa. Be sure to tune in for that. And again, power rankings coming out for the boys and girls soccer. They just came out this week, or I believe last Friday. So boys soccer, congratulations to them. Number 1 in Division III MIAA. Girls soccer still with a tremendous job as well. I believe ranked number 15th right now. As Greenwave with the serve there as they go up 10-5 now. But then, as we were saying, good start off for the fall teams, boys soccer, girls soccer, and the golf team. All undefeated so far. I believe golf team at 10-0 right now. Girls soccer went undefeated on the road trip, so they remain without a loss as well. Greenwave unable to get it over the net there. So 10-6 the score now in favor of Greenwave still. They lead 2-1 as far as the sets go. Fourth set, though, it's been all Greenwave mostly so far in this fourth set. Pope's come clawing back, and we've seen in all 3 sets so far. It was good effort, certainly, by all the Cardinals, as they look to claw their way back into this set. 10-7 now. So we could have a close matchup now. Clark with the serve now for the Cardinals. 10-7 the score. Greenfield unable to get it over the net once again. So 3 straight points for the Cardinals as they're looking to answer back. Cardinals able to get it over the net there, so 11-8 the score now on the fourth set. Served by Greenwave. McCoy sends up for Guerrero. Guerrero into the Greenfield end. Greenfield, redirection there. Unable to get read by Pope Francis. And Greenwave goes back up 4 points. Pope Francis thought they had Greenwave in a little bit of a struggle there, but unfortunately Greenwave would come answering right back with 2 straight points to make it 12-8 so far. Greenwave with the spike, unable to get over the net. So it's 12-9 now on the fourth set. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, coming up, we will have the Cardinal post game. Break down what we saw and what we look to see on senior night versus Tantascwa. Be sure to tune in for that. Start of the game is set for 5:30. Again, later that week on Friday, we will have boys soccer versus Agawam. Guerrero keeps it up for the Cardinals. Spike there. Greenfield will answer back. And no rush at all. Ball sent up by Tab for Coy. Pacoy for Wojtrowski. Sent out a play there. 13-9 the score now in favor of Greenwave as they lead 2-1. So if Greenwave wins this set, they will win the game. 3 best of 5 sets. Serve there, sent out a play. So 13-10 the score now in favor of Greenwave. McCoy with the serve. Greenwave unable to calculate that one there. As it is now a 2-point game. Again, we saw the lead was back and forth really in the first set. It was between Pope and it was between Greenwave. Greenwave would come out with it though. 30-28 as you see on the scoreboard. Greenwave, another miscalculation there. So 13-12 the score now in favor of Greenwave. Cardinals though starting to come back to life now. So they look to tie this up at 2 sets apiece. Again, if a 5th set is necessary, it will play to 15 points. As to now, it will play to 25. McCoy unable to get the serve over the net there, so 14-12 the score now. Greenwave again with another point there. As it is now 15-12. And Pope's 3 wins this season. Coming against SciTech, Pioneer Valley Christian Academy, and Vertius Preparatory Charter School. Greenfield, on the other hand, wins coming against Pioneer Valley Regional High School, Vertius Preparatory Charter School, Mar Regional Athol High School, and Pioneer Valley Regional again. Greenfield unable to get that one there. Pope back within 2 now. So it is 15-13 here in the 4th set. Guerrero with the set over. Wachowski blocked there. Picked up though by the Cardinals. Clark. Wachowski sends that one over the net. Greenfield looking to recover with it. Blocked there by Wachowski. She picks it back up. Clark unable to get over the net there. 16-13. 3-point lead back now for Greenfield Greenwave as they look to take this game possibly by a score of 3-1. So Rachel Guerrero out. Ariana Dito in for the Cardinals. Greenwave again with the point there as they go up 17-13 now. And if you're Pope, you got to start answering this Greenwave flow of points, really, as one would say. Because once they get going, it might be almost too late to stop. Ball sent out of play there once again by the Cardinals. So 18-13 now. Again, Greenfield leading 2-1. If Greenfield comes out with 25 here in this set, they would win the game. Final score would be 3-1. Pope, only way to win this, force a 5th set after winning this. Clark with the spike there. Greenfield answers back though. Greenfield still with it now. Diving effort there by Michaela Negron-Mateo. Wachowski with the spike there. Sent out of play. 19-13 the score now. As Greenwave coming closer and closer within match point now of the Cardinals. Serve there by Greenwave. Clark picks it up. Clark spikes it back down in the Greenfield zone. Clark up for Wachowski. Wachowski sends that pass over from Negron-Mateo. Wachowski lobs that one back. Dito up back with it for Pacoy. Pacoy for Clark there. Spike. And it's good for the Cardinals. 19-14 the score now. Pope still trailing by 5. Greenfield sends that one out of play there. So 19-15 now the score. Clark over Watrowski. Watrowski back for Clark for the spike. Official, I believe, ruled in favor of the point for Greenwave. Cardinals can't believe it now. 15-20 the score in favor of Greenwave. 2-1, they lead the sets. 20-16 now. Caroline Tab will take the serve for the Cardinals. Greenwave with the answer. Back for Watrowski. For Pacoy, sends it over the net there. Back for Tab. For Watrowski. Hess looking to send it over the net there. Fortunately, nothing there for the Cardinals. 21-16 the score now. So if Greenfield comes out with the victory tonight, they will improve to 6-4 on the season. Pope will fall to 3-8. Certainly, if you're the Cardinals, you're looking to turn things around some point now, as it may be too late in the season to take any more losses if you have hopes of making the MIAA tournament. 22-16 the score now in favor of Greenwave. Timeout taken by Pope Francis. So we'll step aside here. Greenwave within 3 points of match point. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. So Greenwave within 3 points of match point. Watrowski sends it up for Pacoy. Pacoy tries to get that one over the net there. Greenwave now within 2 of match point. 23-16 the score in the fourth set. So Greenwave within 2 of match point. Watrowski there for Pacoy. Pacoy back for Clark. Pope Francis keeps it in there. So 23-17 the score now. Clark will take the serve for the Cardinals. Again, this is do or die for the Cardinals if they want any chance at getting back in this game. Greenwave with the spike. No one there. And that brings them within match point now, 24-17. So next point for Greenwave will call game. Greenwave very well, more than likely, could take this game by a score of 3-1. Greenwave with the spike there. No one there. And Greenwave will take this game. Final score, 3-1. Excuse me, we thought that was the 25th point there. Fortunately, it was not. Official, I believe, ruled that that was in play there. So that was the 25th point. So again, Greenfield calls game. 25-17, the final of the fourth set. 3-1, the final score. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, the Cardinal postgame. We'll break down what we saw throughout this game and what we look to see at senior night. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Cardinal post game here. Don Percy bringing you the game here. Pope Francis falling to Greenfield. Final score 3-1. I mean, it was good effort here by the Cardinals, certainly. Clawing their way back, not only in the first and third sets, but really, I mean, it was effort by both teams to get back into this game. Both teams have nothing to be ashamed of, certainly, in this game. Fortunately, Greenfield would come out with the victory. Pope would win the second set, Greenfield first, third, and fourth. So the final score 3-1 here. Again, as we said, Pope Senior Night will be Monday, 5:30 versus Tantascwa. So be sure to tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen, as that will be the Cardinals' final home game of the season. So they will fall to 3-8 on their season. Greenfield improving to 6-4. So again, once again, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tune in Monday night, 5:30, Senior Night for girls volleyball versus the Tantascwa Warriors, as this is Don Percy, the voice of the Cardinals, saying so long from Springfield. Thank you for tuning in, and have a nice night.